Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. Damn that Zoe Saldana. She can't stay out of trouble. First, she's in trouble for Nina Simone. Now she's in trouble for white guys. And now she's in trouble for apparently infecting her sisters. She must have sneezed on them, and now all of her sisters caught I want a white guy-itis. Miss Saldana, or the photograph that you see, has been making its rounds on the internet, and people have had their opinions about what it is they are viewing. Apparently, there are a lot of people that are not too happy about Zoe Saldana and her sisters hitting the white guy trifecta. It would seem all of them are married to white men, and according to a lot of black people, all of them have disgraced the black queen. They have sold out the black queen. They are the swirl perpetrators. They are, I hate that term, swirl. I hate it. I really hate it. But anyway, they have completely sold out black people because all three of them have married white guys. And I guess it's no secret that Zoe likes white guys. Okay, she had a little thing going with Bradley Cooper at one point, and then she dated some other white guy, and she finally found the one that she eventually, I think she's married, or she has kids by this guy, so I'm assuming that she's married. And what is the big deal? Bradley Cooper's a good-looking guy, and I would, if my sister brought Bradley Cooper home, I'd be like, okay, well, hey, good job. You got you a good one. Also, Miss Saldana is Puerto Rican. She's a Dominican Puerto Rican, and Puerto Ricans, and if there are any Puerto Ricans that are listening to this, you can straighten me out if I'm wrong, but Puerto Ricans are a mixture of everything, black, European, Spanish, just kind of everything. So if we all swirled, I guess, for lack of a better word, we'd all be Puerto Rican. So what's the problem with her? I'm assuming that in Puerto Rico, because you do have Puerto Ricans that vary from dark skin and African looking all the way to European and white looking, but they're all Puerto Ricans. So if that's where she fell along the lines of what she's attracted to, what the heck is the big deal, man? Also, Puerto Rico, like Brazil, like the United States, like the Caribbean, Jamaica, and everything else, blacks are just as susceptible to that caste system as anybody else. And for those of you who don't know what a caste system is, or the caste system, basically it puts the black African, the dark skin, at the very bottom, and as you go up that ladder, it gets progressively lighter to where the white, the superior, is on top, or the supposed superior is on top. So what keeps that system in order is everybody who's above somebody else benefits from their skin color. So the brown person who's lighter than the kind of brown person, well, they keep their little social order intact to keep that person from rising, and so on and so on and so on. So you have white all the way on the top, and everybody is aspiring to get to that top, man. And that boy, between the Willie Lynch and that caste system, boy, it is a mother. Got black folk and people of color just don't know if they coming or going. And if you look at Miss Saldana's parents, neither one of them look African or black or dark skin. She got that brown gene, it crossed over and got into the sisters apparently, but her choice simply may be a reflection of her parents, a reflection of her dad, or something like that. And for you blacks out there who are criticizing her, and you're out there, that have a preference for lighter skin, that somehow seem to think that there is such a thing as being too black, you're just as guilty as she is if you want to assign guilt to it. She just went and got something that you aspire to be or aspire to get. And when somebody gets it, you still don't like it. And also, it is not like black men who have reached a level of financial success are bending over backwards to go find black women to marry. They all marry extremely light-skinned women. They marry Latino women. They marry white women. They marry Asian women. They select from every part of the pool except the pool that they come from. So as far as I'm concerned, my opinion is, as far as you black women out there, broaden your horizons. Get out there. There's a whole world. There's a whole selection of men that you can choose from. It doesn't have to be just black men. Get yourselves together, get a passport. See, I have a niece, and that's what I tell my niece. Get a passport, get yourself in a position where you can travel. Go to different parts of the world. Your soulmate may be way over in Japan somewhere. The person for you may be over in Russia, somewhere in the rainforest, somewhere. But you got to get out there and you got to travel. Now, obviously, the psych job on black people has been done in terms of our image and how our image has just been attacked to make black simply undesirable. But by virtue of these white guys marrying Zoe and her sisters, what they're showing you is you do have white males out here who don't restrict themselves to quote unquote race or quote unquote color. They find women that they are attracted to and they marry these women. See, again, black women, your black men in large numbers, they're not marrying you. You are, as I said, the least desired, the least wanted. And when you find people or men that love you and they want you, and okay, get over that I gotta have a black man thing. Because I will tell you, if you stick with that type of a mentality and of thinking, this is your alternative. So Miss Saldana and her sisters at some point, they may have dated black men. We don't know that. I'm quite sure with her growing up, she's gone out with some black guys and she's dated black guys here and there. But, black men, between running after every other group of women except their own group and black men like this, okay, what choice does the average, and we're talking the average black woman, because I personally think that as you go up, especially in finances with your money, the higher up you go as a black person, as a person of color, you're going to look around and there are so few of you. And what are you supposed to do? Go backwards to select somebody? More than likely, you're going to wind up selecting from whites because the power, the money, the access, the availability, all of that stuff increases as your level of financial independence increases. So for everybody that, is championing, all of us getting along in peace and love and harmony and all that kind of stuff, well, these are the kind of white guys that, are for you. These are the kind of white guys that are examples of what it is you say that you believe. But apparently, by the remarks levied at Ms. Saldana and her sisters, you really don't believe what it is you think you believe. And really, as far as black men are concerned, we're doing a piss poor job of representing ourselves. And if you can't represent yourself, if this is the best you can do as far as representing yourself from the streets to entertainment to everything, this thug, hoodlum, gangster, whatever, if this is the best you can do as a woman, a black woman, I would be like, I don't want to select from that. Why should I be limited to selecting from that crap? And look at all these white guys. Look at these three white guys that they're all dressed properly. They all look nice. They represent themselves properly. If you represent yourself properly as a man, you tend to attract women that want to represent themselves. And then the two of you, when you get together, you represent each other a lot better. Don't nobody want to pull from this crap as far as selecting a man that you're going to have children with and you're going to try to build something with. There ain't no way in the world. So black men have a lot of catching up to do. You can blame what white people have done and you can do all that, but at the end of the day, it's you in your neighborhoods walking around with your pants hanging off your behinds. And I mean grown men. I ain't talking about kids. I mean grown ass men. Represent yourselves like little boys, and you expect black women to concede to that crap? I pack my bags and hit the road to White Boyville myself. For those of you out there, black men and black women, who, the hair on the back of your neck just stands up when you see a black man with a white woman, or you see a black woman with a white man, and it just nerves you to the point to where our queens and kings are selling us out and all this kind of junk. Represent yourselves a little bit better, and you might not have that problem. Give black men and black women something better to pull from when it comes to selecting husbands or potential husbands and boyfriends and things like that. Dump this ghetto hood crap. And if you have children, give your children something better to look forward to. Otherwise, this may be the future for a lot of black women. Not because they want it, but because they simply have no choice. If you're a black man out there and you ain't down with the swirl, why don't you do better when it comes to representing your girl? This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.